Hi friends, welcome to Cindy's Corner. Today I'm going to be making a classic egg salad. So I am not sure how well you're going to be able to see everything because I'm going to show you kind of how I peel the eggs. Last night I hard-boiled my eggs, so I have 6 eggs, and I peeled all of them except for one. So here's my egg, and you know there's 2 parts. There's a pointy part and the larger side. The larger side, there's like an air space in there. That's the side I would recommend that you crack first. So I'm gonna start cracking, and I just kind of gently press on my cutting board to get that loosened up, okay? And now I'm gonna turn cold water on, and I'm gonna get that egg, and I wanna get water under the shell. And that's what's going to help me peel it, okay? I've got my little compost bucket over here, so as soon as I get those shells off of here. Okay, so you see how the water is going. What I'm trying to do is get water in between the shell and the egg, and it's almost like it's peeling itself. Now, the thing that I did last night that really helps with this process is immediately after the eggs were done cooking, I put them in an ice water bath. And I left them in there for maybe about 15 minutes so that they got good and cold. And supposedly what that's supposed to do is help make it easier for the shell to peel. And that peeled pretty good. And also, once we start cutting these eggs, it's supposed to, sometimes you will see like a green tinge that is around the egg yolk, and supposedly if you put it in the ice water bath, that's supposed to prevent that from happening. Okay, so now I've got all these eggs peeled, and what I want to do is make sure that I pat them dry. So let's get that faucet out of the way. So now I'm going to dry these off. And I'm going to introduce you to a couple of tools that I use when I make an egg salad. So I got a medium-sized bowl here, and this little handy-dandy thing is a egg slicer. Okay, you may have your mom may have one of these. Okay, so all right, that's the first thing I'm going to use. And but let me get these dried off. Okay, before we get going, because then we can do it a little faster. Last one. Okay, now let's just wipe this down a little bit there. Okay, so now I've got my 6 eggs. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the egg slicer, and then I'm going to put them in the bowl. Wait, here we go. Okay, so the way this works, it's got like a little indentation there where the egg sits. Okay, so you just put your egg in there, kind of hold it there, and it's going to slice it into strips. Okay, then I just put that in my bowl. Okay, so there we go. That's what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to do that to all 6 of them. That'll go pretty fast. Maybe. Why is this getting stuck? Okay, there we go. That down there. And the last one. Okay, and we're all done with that. So that was the egg slicer. Okay, so now, so here we are. We've got all of our eggs in here, and they're all in little slices. Okay, now when I make egg salad, some people use a fork to kind of mash up their eggs, but this is called a pastry cutter, and I find this to be a great tool for cutting. So let me just kind of show you what happens there. Okay, so it just kind of cuts it, but it doesn't squish it, you know? So I really like that as a tool to use for making egg salad. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this up into pieces, and you can decide how chunky you want it to be or how fine you want it to be. The thing I like about using this pastry cutter is it doesn't really smush the egg, you know? It kind of cuts it into pieces without it being squashed. And I just kind of press and turn, press and turn, press and turn until I get it to about the size that I like. Okay, so there we go. So there's about the size that I like for egg salad. Okay, let me get a little spoon. I'm gonna take that out of there. Okay, now we're done with that. Okay, so now we've got our eggs. Now we're going to start adding the rest of everything. Now, what I've got here is a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise and 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And to that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice and some salt and pepper. So this is kind of like your dressing. A couple grains of pepper and a couple grains of salt. You can always taste this later to see, adjust the seasonings. Okay, now I'm going to get a little fork and I'm going to kind of stir that to mix it together. Okay, now let me talk about what other things I've got here. Okay, are you going to stay there? Okay, so I've got, this is a 1/4 cup of finely diced celery. Put that in there. Okay, I've got 2 tablespoons of finely chopped fresh parsley. Put that in there. And I've got 2 tablespoons of finely chopped red onion. Okay, put that in there. Another tip with onions is sometimes they can be very strong, pungent. You can, after you cut them, you can rinse them under cold water and strain them and pat them dry, and that will help take away some of that bite. Okay, so there's my egg with my parsley, onion, celery. So now I'm going to just kind of stir that together, and then I'm going to add the dressing. So let's get this all mixed together before we add the dressing. We don't want to have like some areas where it's just egg, and none of these other flavors in there. Okay. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so we have all of our ingredients there. Now we're going to put the dressing. And I have a little bit extra lemon juice over here in case I feel like I need it, but probably not. It'll probably be fine. Okay, so let's put that over there. And actually, yeah, this can go down here because I don't need that now. Okay. All right, so now we're just going to fold the dressing in here. I want to gently mix this. I don't want to smush the eggs. I just want to have the dressing get mixed in with all of the ingredients in the bowl, but I don't want to squish it. Okay, and that looks great. Okay, so stay tuned because I'm going to show you how I'm going to serve this after this, but I just wanted to do one specific video on how to make classic egg salad. That looks I really like adding the fresh parsley, the red onion, because it just adds more color to it. And of course, with the mayonnaise, I like to use the Dijon mustard because it has a very, slightly tart flavor to it. And yeah, this is good. So, I mean, obviously, just put this on some regular sandwich bread and, you know, enjoy, you know. But tonight I'm going to show you how to do something different with it. We're going to actually serve it in lettuce cups. So stay tuned for that video. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, come on, join the club and subscribe. We're having a great time over here. And you take care, and I will see you soon. So long.